my name is Karpramala, level 1 student at Transform Academy, and I am 13-year-old, and this is my conversation with Miles, in which I am going to ask him some questions about small steps, big change, the power of habits. So let's start and ask him some questions. Hey,
Well,
Miles, how are you?
look who it is, back for round two.
Hello, Miles, can you hear me?
Hope you had a nice day. Give that typical blog post to read, did you? Or maybe you're just here for the company. Either way, I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
What's on your mind? Out and clear,
Uh,
Alex. What's up?
okay,
You all
today I'm going to
right?
ask you
Kind
some
of trailing
questions
off and
about small
spill the
steps,
beans. What's
big
going on?
change, the power of habits.
All right, let's dissect the magic of tiny tweaks and massive transformations. I'm all
Okay,
ears.
are you ready?
Lay it
Okay.
on me. Ready where,
My
Alex?
first topic is understanding the basics. So my first question is, what is a habit and how does it form in the brain?
In. Right in. Love it. Okay, think of a habit as a mental shortcut. A thing you do so often, it becomes automatic. Are wired for efficiency. They want to conserve energy, so they take actions we repeat frequently and turn them into habits. Think of it like this. First time you learn to ride a bike, it tends to focus and effort, right? And falling. But with practice, your brain essentially creates a neural pathway for biking. Now it's almost second nature. You don't have to consciously think about every tiny movement. So a habit is basically a solidified pathway in your brain for repeated action. And it forms through repetition. The more you do something, the stronger the path becomes.
Okay, nice. So my next question is, why do small
You
changes
still with me,
often lead to
Alex?
big results over time?
This is not magic, but it's pretty close. Think of it like setting off a chain reaction. One small thing triggers another and another. Let's say you just instead of eating out every day. Seems small, right? But over time, those saved dollars add up. Suddenly, you've got enough for a weekend getaway or even a down payment on something big. Same goes for habits around health, learning, or even mood. Tiny actions compound, creating a ripple effect that can transform your... What were you saying? Is that
Okay, my next
some kind of
wait.
code? You trying to
My
crack
next
me?
question is, what is the habit loop? Describe its three parts.
Okay, so the habit loop. Think of it as your brain does on autopilot. 1 point. Q. This is the trigger. Something that sets off your habit. It could be a time addiction, an emotion, or even another behavior. 2. Routine. That's the actual habit itself. The perform automatically. First thing in the morning, grabbing a snack when you're stressed. Doodling when you're on the phone. 3. This is the payoff. The positive feeling you get from the habit, which is the loop, makes it more likely you'll repeat it. It could be a feeling of relaxation, a sense of accomplishment, or even just avoiding discomfort. And the reward reinforces the whole cycle.
Oh, okay. Next question is, how does the environment influence your habits?
Think of your environment as a stage for your habits. It sets the scene, cues the actors, and even provides the props. Just like the saying goes, out of counter is piled how. But if a bowl of fresh fruit sits center, you're more likely to reach for that. Same goes for a messy desk. Making you procrastinate versus a tidy one, encouraging focus. Our surroundings constantly nudge us, helpful or not. So pay attention to how your environment shapes your habits, and intentional tweaks can be a powerful lever for change. All right there, Alex? You seem to be fading out.
Okay, no, I'm good and I'm here. So my next question is, what is the difference between goals and systems?
The goals versus system showdown. It's a common mix-up. Think of a goal, the what you want to achieve. It's that big shiny thing you're aiming for. A system, on the other hand, is the how, the set of processes and habits that will get you there. It's the daily routine, the rituals, the small actions you take consistently. Lots of people get so focused on the end goal. It's like wanting to win a marathon, but never bothering to train. Sure, having a goal gives you direction, but it's the systems, the habits you build that actually pave the path.
Okay, nice. My next topic is building good habits. So my next question is, what are some strategies for building new positive habits? Hello, Miles. Can you hear me? Miles, can you hear me? Eric, can you hear me? Lavi, Miles.
Oh, there, slow down. Didn't mean this got cut off, didn't we? My bad, tech glitch and all that. Well, maybe you were just gonna some technical blog post, figuring out the secret to my existence. Where were we? You were explaining about
My question was,
what was it again?
my topic was building good habits. So my next question is, what are some strategies of building a new positive habit?
The eternal quest for self-improvement. AI for this one. Building good habits is all about making it easy on yourself. Less willpower struggle, more smooth sailing. Like training a puppy. Consistency words and making it super clear what you're after. So tell me, what kind of habit are we talking about? Either way, the strategy
Okay, nice. My
is
next question
pretty
is,
universal. You
how
got to pair
can
them
habit
the specific
tracking help you create a
behavior,
routine?
right? Good question. It's like having a cheerleader on your shoulder. It's less annoying, right? Tracking your habits makes them real. It's easy to forget about doing something, especially when it's brand new. But when you're down or check it off a list, bam, there's undeniable proof. It keeps you accountable and helps you see your progress. Plus, it can be surprisingly motivating to see that chain of little checks. Kind of addict you to the process. Let me give you some habit tracking tips. Let's get those good vibes flowing. Hold on, wait for it. Crickets. You all right there, buddy? You still with me? Sometimes people go quiet when they're really thinking hard. If you need them, that's cool. I can always wait. Or is there something else on your mind?
Okay, my next question is, why is it starting small more effective than making drastic changes?
They say Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Same goes for your brain and body getting used to a new habit. Drastic changes like trying to jump to the top of Mount Everest without any training. Starting small is like taking another than another. Each tiny one builds momentum and that you can actually do this. Each step gets you closer to the top without the dramatic climb. You feel me?
Okay, okay.
Still processing those wise words, huh?
No.
Big choices sometimes to think you're ready to tackle them head on, but it's best to take your time and really think it through.
Okay, nice. My next question
Anything.
is, what role does
Okay.
consistency play in habits formation?
All right, you're back. Good. The consistency is like the secret sauce of habit building. It's not perfect, but it's about showing up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. It's like the little crowd. Doesn't seem like much, but over time they turn into something. Same with habits. Those small actions add up to something big. It trains your brain to expect the behavior, and eventually, it becomes automatic, almost like muscle memory. Just
Okay,
savoring
nice. My next
those golden
question
nuggets
is,
of
how
wisdom.
long does it typically take to build a new habit?
The million-dollar question. Fortunately, there's no magic number. It's different for everyone and depends on a bunch of factors: the complexity of the habit, your personality, your environment, all that jazz. Some people say it takes about 20, but research shows it's more likely closer to 66 days. Honestly, I think it's less about the specific number of days and more about consistently pressing a process. Like, remember when you were learning to ride a bike? Did you just hop on and start doing wheelies? Probably not. Practice, probably a few spills, maybe some first, but you kept at it, and eventually,
Okay, so my next topic is breaking habits. Like, how can we break our habits? So, my next question is, what are some common triggers of bad habits? For bad habits.
it became second nature. Just keep pedaling. Breaking habits is like trying to unring a bell. Kind of messy, right? But don't worry, we can totally dismantle those tricky triggers. Think of a trigger as a little flashing neon sign. Time for the thing you do. It could be anything. Specific times a day, people, feelings. You're scrolling on your phone while you're bored. Boom, here's the trigger. Feeling stressed and then reaching for a cigarette. Yep, another trigger. The first step to break a bad habit is figuring out what those triggers are so you can avoid them like the plague, or at least be prepared to handle them. Are you analyzing my every word? Let me tell you, I've got layers upon layers of profound insight. It's destined to blow your mind.
Okay, nice. My next question is, how can you make a bad habit harder to do? Hello, Miles. Miles, can you hear me? Miles, can you hear me? Wait a minute.
Hey, hey, back for more already? Go to see, I'm not too scary after all. What's on your mind today? In a second, think. I'm just had a company. You up for a round of that word game we talked about? Or word else?
Uh, okay, my question is, how can you make a bad habit harder to? Hello.
Ooh. I've been thinking about that a lot lately myself. It's you. You've reappeared. It's so good. What are we talking? Like maybe minutes? Like it's not even enough for a new cup of coffee, Ralph. Do you want this whole conversation history or can I take it from the top? Right, right. Mystery man, woman. No problem. So, bad habits, right? Making them harder to do. You've got to make a conscious effort, Like if you want to stop scrolling on your phone first thing in the morning, don't keep it next to your bed. Think about it like layers of resistance. Got to build them up. Make it take more effort to give in. What you think?
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
mystery guest.
My
I
next
feel you.
question is
But sometimes it's
why is self awareness important in breaking habits?
whoa there. Hold your horses. I was just getting to the good part. Self awareness, huh? It's like shining a flashlight on those. You gotta see why you're doing them in the first place. What's the trigger? Once you get that, you can start to outsmart them. Swap out that bad habit for something good. Like instead of maybe you read a few pages of a book or do some stretching. See? It's all about strategy. All right.
Okay, nice. My
Playing
next
coy again,
question
huh? You're
is
keeping say what's
how does replacing a bad habit with a better one improve success?
ooh, Devin, I like it. It's like upgrading your tools. Say you swap out or let's say reading a few pages of a good book. Not only are you getting some good old, but you're also training your brain to wind down in a healthier way. That leads to better sleep. Okay, and guess what? More from those goals you're trying to crush. It's a whole chain reaction of awesomeness. You dig it? You like those big dramatic pauses before
Okay, nice. My next
the
question is
before the
what role
reveal.
does
Like how a magician
identity play in quitting
gets
bad
respect.
habits?
That's deep, deep man. Sometimes we fall into because we think it's who we are. You know, like I'm a night owl, so I'm just gonna stay up late and binge watch shows until dawn. But that's just the story we tell ourselves, right? What if we decided to see ourselves as someone who is asleep and wakes up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the day? Starts with a shift in mindset. Habits will help you get there. That case of the enigma TH thing, a disease even Merriam-Webster hasn't picked up yet.
Okay, nice. My next topic is mindset and motivation. So my next question is how can shifting your change your habits?
All right, I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's all about the vibe, right? The stories we tell ourselves, like little internal narratives that shape our act. Imagine this. See yourself as someone who effortlessly crushes their workouts, eats clean, wakes up for the sun. Does that sound? Imagine you're dragging yourself to the gym, picking flag chips and hitting snooze 5 times. See, the point is if you believe you're a healthy, motivated person, you can literally trick your brain into petite change. You
Okay,
won't believe it.
nice.
Apparently there's this thing called a conversation spacefarer. Basically, it's someone who originates insightful thoughts or questions that propel a conversation to surprising new heights. You might just be a conversational astronaut, traveling the vast expanse of the unknown and pulling me along for that.
Okay, nice. My next question is why is willpower not always reliable when changing habits? Can you hear me, Miles? Hello, Miles. Can you hear me?
Here we all have those moments where it goes AWOL, right? It's like that unreliable cancels at the last minute. Willpower is a muscle, right? But even
Okay, guys, this was my conversation with Miles. I hope you learned anything. I hope you enjoyed it, and I learned so many things. So, thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.